is the Dublin Special Master.
Live and direct.
Breakfast with CubCamTV.
Trickstar Radio.
What's happening, people? We're back inside the building once again. Welcome back to Breakfast with Kovu here on the Big Bad Trickstar Radio. As always, we have another smashing guest for you this morning as we continue with the interview hour section of the show. This is my favourite part of the show because we get to talk to so many fantastic artists from around the UK and beyond and really explore what they are up to, not just as musicians, but as people in general. And today, that is definitely something we're going to be doing again. We are joined this morning by one of the most multifaceted people I know within this music industry. Man like Magugu is on the line. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, bro. What are you saying?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's great to catch up with you. Obviously, we had a conversation on this show. I think it was around over 2.5 years ago at this point. It's great to hear from you. How have things been your end?
I can't complain, bro. Things been good. Just working and progressing and just loving music and loving life, like, you get me. So yeah, I'm good over here, man. I'm good.
That's what we love to hear, man. It's great to get you back on. And obviously, since we last spoke, the world is a very different place, shall we say. Since we last spoke, obviously, I believe when we first had our conversation, you were very getting involved with kind of music videos. You were focusing very heavily on kind of progressing your own sound as well. Obviously, really pushing that sort of Pidgin sound a lot more within what you're doing. Like, what would you say the main thing that's changed for you over the last sort of 2.5 years has been? It's a big question to kick us off.
Yeah, I'll say maybe probably just gaining more experience and understanding more what I'm doing. Like, then that gives me a better indication of how to move in the scene. Like, you know what I'm saying, you know? So I think just more knowledge and experience, and I've just got better as an artist because I just always keep writing and trying to, like, you know, never sit in the comfort zone and just be, okay, I'm happy with this sound. So just in general, as an artist and as a human, as a man, I've grown a lot in the last 6 months, more or less in the last 2.5 years, like, you get me, you know. So yeah, it's just enjoying the music more, understanding it more, not getting too, not letting certain things stress me out, and just going with the flow, but at the same time making plans and having a bigger future ahead, like, you know. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, it's great to hear. And obviously, when we last spoke, you were being very productive at that time. You were getting involved in a lot of different areas. Just for those that aren't aware, or maybe those who don't kind of follow you already, just how many different things do you do within this music industry? Because it seems like you're always so busy in so many different kind of areas.
Yeah, I'm a general I'm a creative in general, like, you know what I'm saying, you know. So apart from writing and recording music, which I don't do one genre, I do all genres of music. Whatever genre it is, like, I can do it. I'm also a videographer as well, like, you know, so I make videos for myself and I make videos for a lot of artists, especially local artists around here in Cardiff. I can engineer, so I know how to record, I know how to mix down. I do I got my clothing as well, which I actually make myself with my own hands. With so the Google gang. So obviously you have the normal prints, and you have the African prints. So those ones I make by myself. I'm also, like, at the moment running my label, so trying to push other artists forward as well. And just a general guy behind the scene. Like, I like to say, like, normally I like being the engine in the car. Like, nobody sees it. Everybody sees the kit of the body of the car, but without the engine, nothing moves. Like, you know what I'm saying, you know. So yeah, that's in general. I'm sure there's more, but I just can't remember right now.
I mean, to be honest, there's already enough stuff there to kind of fill most people's months, let alone like an average day to day. It's amazing to hear, man, and obviously hearing about the sort of progression you feel you've kind of gone through, that's always really pleasing to hear as well. And obviously, with the sort of clothing side of things, I remember you sent me over a t-shirt a couple of years ago, which I still wear to this day. Like, when you say you're making clothing by hand, how does that kind of work as a process?
Basically, I've got my, for example, the t-shirt you got, that's just like that I designed that myself, but that was printed. So when I'm saying by hand, I'm literally cutting out materials. So I've got lots of African printed materials into my logo, into my Google Gang logo. And I'm actually cutting that and sewing it and stitching it onto the t-shirts or the hoodie or the jumper itself, like, you know. So it's actually literally hands-on, like, you know. So
mad.
I'm buying the materials, I'm cutting it out, getting cutting the logos out, you know, getting the sewing machine, prepping the t-shirts or the hoodies and putting on there and literally sat at my house playing music and just stitching. Like,
I mean, that's genuinely crazy. Like
I know it's not the most coolest MC thing to do, but for me, it's
No,
like
no,
the coolest thing
100%.
to
I
do,
mean,
like.
there's being involved in your brand, and there's being involved in your brand. You know, this is like the most involved you could possibly be. And then alongside this as well, you still find the time to make absolute bangers. It's fantastic to hear, and obviously being able to spread yourself across all those different areas and still come up with the kind of energy that we heard on the intro track. Obviously, Sticks alongside Foreign Concept. What an absolute banger of a tune. Enei on there as well. Talk to me about how that first one came together, because I heard that one a couple of weeks back and it blew me away.
Yeah, it was actually I wrote that last year, like literally in the height of lockdown last year, and with regarding all the Black Lives BLM movement when it was started last year, and roughly that was the time Foreign Concept hit me up. Saying he's working on his EP and he would like to get me involved in one of the tracks and with him and Enei, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. Send me the beat and let me see. And they sent me the beat, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm on this. And I literally when I wrote it, I wrote it with the because obviously last year there was a lot of tension in the air, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, with a lot of stuff going on, like, you know, and that's exactly how I kind of wrote. I was like, you know what, I need to express myself or how I feel about what's going on right now. And if you listen to the lyrics, the first line says, Babylon system, we go burn and we're not fear. Like, this is what I was talking about. So it's actually a very in-depth track, but obviously because it's vibes, people just jam to it and stuff like that. So it was like a natural connection, just producers that linked over an MC, and we both had mutual respect for our crafts, and yeah, they gave me the track to do what I wanted to do with it. I came up with the idea, they were happy with it, and to be honest with you, it was bigger than what I thought it would have been.
I was going to say, because it's been getting a lot of response, and obviously when we talk about this, we're talking about Foreign Concept, we're talking about Enei, two very established kind of people in their field specifically.
Yeah.
Like, it must have been quite a cool collaborative process to kind of go, you know what, I'm someone that can kind of try different things and go into different areas, and then this tune comes up and it is almost the dictionary definition of kind of spreading your sound somewhere else.
Absolutely. Like, this is open. Man, the amount of, like, the drum and bass people that have been hollering me in the last couple of weeks is unreal. Like, you know, like, really unreal. Like, you know, so, yeah, this is definitely open a whole new door. But this is not the first one. Remember, a couple of years ago, I done one with Particle, Bang, and that was kind of lingering in the underground scene, but this one just took it to the next level, like, you know what I'm saying? And opened a whole new doors with that side. So, like, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm gonna make more drum and bass music in the future, like, you know.
100%, man. It's great to hear. And something like this is the thing. I'm not like super zoned in on D&B. It's something that I try to keep up to date with, like the general sort of larger scale releases and things like that. But from an outside perspective, it definitely feels like when D&B producers kind of, as a scene, find a vocalist that they're feeling, they find a new vocalist. It definitely seems like everyone then goes to them and everyone hits them up. Like your inbox must be absolutely bulging after the release of this one.
Yo, Jesus! Like, I've never, like, I've had responses. Like, I've released some good songs over the years. Like, I've had some responses, but like, it's like, I don't know. There's something about the drum and bass fans or supporters. They just love a good song. They just want to jam to a good song. Like, you get me, you know. And I feel with vocal and drum and bass, there's a lot of, obviously there's loads of MCs out there, like, you know, but the styles are different. You know, so a lot of MCs spit with a fast tongue pace stuff, like, you know, and all that stuff, and that's cool. But I think sometimes some people want to hear a song. So for me, I approach drum and bass as I'm creating a song. I'm not just trying to, like, batter the beat with my lyrics and my flows and everything, like, you know. So I approach it as like I'm creating a song. So that is the way I approach these, everything I do, literally, basically.
Amazing, man. I mean, the response has been great. The response has been very well deserved as well. And it's been awesome to see. I can't wait to see what collaborations come off the back of it more than anything else, because this is, as you said, this has kind of opened the door.
I've had some big boys in my inbox in the last. When I was like, whoa, how do you know about me?
Awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing it, man. Well, we're gonna keep the conversation about music rolling, because we've got loads of stuff to get through this morning, obviously. This next one goes by the name of Pepper Dem. Talk to me about this tune and why you've selected it for today's kind of track listing.
Pepper Dem is a track produced by one of the first people I actually worked with, Tony Quattro. I actually worked with Tony Quattro in 2016. No, 17. No, 16. Yeah, 2016. And last year, during the lockdown, I was like, I need some sound. And I sent him, inbox him, I asked him if he can produce some tracks for me. He was like, yeah. And he sent me a bunch of beats. And Pepper Dem was one of them. I wrote it, I sent it back to him, and he remade the beat, right? And normally I don't like when people remake the beat, right, to the track.
Yeah, of course. It's gonna throw you off, kind of artistically.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've written to a certain sound, and but I ain't gonna lie. When I said that, I was like, "Yo, okay, this sounds harder than what it was before." Yeah, and I released it through NLV Record, which is in Las Vegas. So I released a track with her last year called Big Don, and she done a great job with it. So I was like, you know what? It's kind of in the same field, so I gave it to spoke to her, and she was more than happy to release it. And it was Pepper Dem is done. I think it's one of those festival bangers. If it gets played any festival, people just go off, like, you know what I'm saying, And so I was hoping that when it dropped this year, things would open up, but
yeah, of course. Well, hopefully we are moving towards a situation where things are going to start to properly open up again. Hopefully, anyway. That's what we're all hoping for.
Yeah. So I think Pepper Dem is just a hype track. It's just a fun track for me. It was just like, and Pepper Dem is like a Nigerian term of saying, I'm gonna do the damn thing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that is how what pepper is. It's like a Nigerian slang. We're gonna pepper them. It's like you saying I'm going out with my guys tonight and we're gonna pepper them in the club. Like, you say, I'm gonna have a great time, like, So yeah, that's why I chose Pepper Dem, and it was one of my most recent releases as well.
Awesome, man. Well, we're going to get into this one right about now. We're live on the line with Magugu here on Trickstar Radio. It's Breakfast with Kovu. Make sure you're sticking around. We're going to get back into some conversation in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, my friends.
This is Breakfast with Kovu, bringing you their morning flavours on Trickstar Radio.
Trickstar Radio.